Hello and welcome. I'm Jules Cooch, Manager of Public Outreach and Education at the UCLA Mildred E. Mathias Botanical Garden. And it's my distinct pleasure this evening to introduce a very unique performance today by classically trained mezzo-soprano Maureen Mihalik. Hello, Maureen.
Hi, Jules. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today. Look like you're in a beautiful crystalline mermaid grotto. So this winter we were planning to create a live opera concert in the Botanical Garden for the summertime, and that performance was canceled due to COVID. And then this opportunity with Ars Electronica Festival arose. I was wondering if you could speak to how these changes have transformed the final piece that you're sharing today.
Well, I will say the transition from what we were planning on doing in the winter versus what we're going to be showing today is equally similar as it is different. It was so overwhelming to have the opportunity to do a performance this summer because I was so looking forward in the winter when we were originally planning to, have a performance in the garden to put something together. And I have had a similar experience this year to one that probably every artist is feeling at home right now, which is having paused or canceled plans for performances. We usually plan many months in advance for opera to be live. You and I had been working so diligently on our pieces and what we were going to do together. So getting ready quickly this summer for this festival, we knew that we needed to relook at what we were doing and really what message we were trying to send, what we wanted to say, because the world is so different now than it was in January when you and I first started, talking about this concept. And I do want to note that when I say we, there is no such thing as a solo performance. I worked on this piece with two of my friends, Joanna Newman and Gina Pollock, Gina was our filmmaker and editor, and Joanna, our associate creative director, to put this together. So we changed from doing a live performance for opera to thinking about the story of resilience, the story of the shared human experience for what every single person in the world has gone through this year, the trials and tribulations, and how we foresee ourselves as a human race moving forward, and the only way that we can move forward, which is how we've ended our film.
And I think that speaks a lot to what viewers will see today, is how you have taken opera and applied it in a really contemporary way. And Ars Electronica is a very progressive art institute, and the festival's theme this year is a global journey mapping the new world. So for those who may think that opera is old-fashioned or outdated, I think they'll be intrigued and moved by the timeliness of the creation and how it addresses that human experience you're describing today, utilizing songs, some of which are hundreds of years old. So I'm wondering, how do you envision opera as a contemporary art form, and why is it still relevant today?
I'm so happy that you asked that question because it's something that I think about very often and that I'm asked often. And I would say opera is relevant. It has always been relevant. It will always be relevant because it is true art. It is pure, it is human, and it is perfect. The music itself, they're masterpieces, and they will always be relevant to anyone. And I think that any person of any age and any background that has the opportunity to experience this level of music feels changed, their lives feel changed. And anytime that one has the ability to see a film like Joanna, Gina, and I have put together, and UCLA Art and Science Center, it's something very special. And when something is real and special and pure, it doesn't need to be changed, and it can never be broken or taken away.
I, like perhaps some of our viewers, saw images this summer of the theater in Barcelona that had been seated with all houseplants as the audience, as a creative and adaptive way to still share this art form amidst COVID. So I'm wondering what your experience was like singing to the plants here, and how that has impacted your own connection to nature.
It was different. It's something I've never done, is sing exclusively to plants. But it was beautiful and it was different. And that's part of what, 2020 and the film resilience is about. It's about adapting and being flexible to a world and an environment that is ever changing and unpredictable. And continuing to make art and make music and sing under any circumstances, help ourselves as artists and to help other people heal. And I did laugh when I saw the photo of that opera house, and I thought it was just so clever. I think that, I don't know if I can speak for anyone else in Los Angeles specifically, but my relationship with myself and with nature has changed vastly this year. I honestly didn't spend a lot of time outside before being in shelter in place. Now I crave being outside. I love going on walks. I notice the flowers around me. I want to go to the botanical garden and sit in stillness and just be. And that was something that I had lost within myself before this year. So being in the garden was a combination of my deepening of my own relationship with nature. So it was timely that we had the opportunity to make this together.
Wonderful. And I think I'm excited to share the garden with people who are at home and that haven't been able to get out to these spaces to go on a virtual experience. A final question before we begin broadcasting your performance. Can you tell us what resilience, the title of your piece, means to you?
Yes. Partially, it is a reminder for all of us that we have to keep going, no matter what the rest of this year is like. Anywhere in the world or any time in our lives, we have to keep going and find a way to be resilient and to find resilience in other people. And the performance itself, as I had mentioned when you and I first started chatting, is a reflection of where every single person has been this year, the stages, the phases of this experience, and where I think I can speak for Joanna and Gina and say that the three of us who created this piece together feel that the world needs to be and needs to go. And that is the special ending of our performance.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, vision, and voice with us today. I would like to present you with a very small, modest bouquet from the Botanical Garden.
Oh my goodness.
As a token of appreciation for all of your work. And I welcome everyone to enter into the verdant grounds of the Botanical Garden with us for an auditory exploration mapping this new world.
le